Legislator Roman, I just wanted to test your microphone and make sure you're good to go.
I am here. See,
And then just a reminder that your video needs to be on and.
Yep.
All right. Good to go.
all
We're
good.
gonna get started here.
October 24th, 2023 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Barnhart. Ms. Barnhart is present. Mr. Brew. Mr. Brew is present. Mr. Colby. Mr. Colby is present. Mr. Delahaney. Mr. Delahaney is present. Mr. Dondorfer. Mr. Dondorfer is present. Mr. Mafucci. Ms. Mafucci is present. Mr. Milne. Mr. Milne is present. Ms. Roman.
Present.
Ms. Roman is present. Chairwoman Smith.
Here.
Chairwoman Smith is present. Ms. Vasquez Simmons. Ms. Vasquez Simmons is present. Mr. Udelson. Mr. Udelson is present.
Legislators, would you please stand as Legislator Mafucci will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Legislator Mafucci. Are there any speakers signed up for the public forum?
There are not.
The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the minutes from the September 26, 2023 meeting before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business. As a result of the lead committee referral 23-0308 to the administration for review, I've chosen to remove it from tonight's agenda as an action item, and the vote would be mute. I look forward to seeing the response from the administration and moving forward. Mr. Clerk, first item on the agenda. Legislator Brew.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I move to move the items on the agenda in front of us as one, with the exception of the following three items. Referral numbers, I might correct myself. Referral number 0318 and the two MOIs, which are 0339 and 0340.
Thank you. Moved by Legislator Brew, seconded by Legislator Mafucci. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
To be on referral 23-0318. Authorize a contract with Metrics Marketing for the implementation of an employment recruitment and retention advertising campaign.
Moved by Legislator Delahanty, seconded by Legislator Brew. Is there any discussion? Legislator Barnhart.
Through the chair to the administration, how many jobs need to be filled and will be targeted by this proposed contract?
Through the chair, I don't have an exact number, but I imagine it's going to change throughout the year. We're going to work with every department to target the jobs that are vacant and move forward with them. Again, this is a combined effort between overall county employment and specific job titles within DHS.
For the chair to the administration, for $370,000, it would seem that if you're targeting to fill 1,000 jobs versus say only 100, that would make a big difference. Are you able to get a ballpark figure?
I guess I don't follow the reasoning here. There, that each job department takes a different level of advertising and different level of reach for different levels of expertise that are needed and volume. It's not just numbers, it's also the quality and the nature of the work. It goes everything from a truck driver to a youth detention worker, so it's hard to answer that.
The chair to the administration, is the Department of Human Services, would you consider this of this contract?
Sorry, repeat, if you will.
Sorry. Is the Department of Human Services, would you consider those positions to be of this contract?
Through the chair, yes, it's broken down 125,000 for the communications initial contract that the body passed to look at overall county employment, and about 245,000 for DHS titles.
KPIs for this, through the chair, what are the KPIs for this contract and how are we going to be measuring success?
I think that's through the chair. That's what's different about this contract. Just to back up a bit, this was a contract with DHS and metrics for many, many, many years. Earlier this year, budget asked communication to step in and look at administration of this contract because that's our wheelhouse. We're better aligned for such things. We took a look at the contract and really changed what we consider deliverables. I don't value anyway, reach and numbers and, the things that usual social media and usual advertisers report back as metrics. So we focused on actual things. So to me, what we're looking at is how many people came through the advertising, how many people came through the employment website and signed up, how many people took an exam, how many jobs were filled. We're changed the metrics and the scope of work considerably. We want to see results, not activity.
Through the chair to the administration, so if I understand you correctly, those are KPIs, right? How many people came through the door? How many people took jobs as a direct result of advertising? Is that what you're now measuring and weren't measuring before?
Through the chair, since the communications department has been looking at this contract, our emphasis has been on actual activities, actual people looking at our website, things that we can measure. Reach and distance and eyeballs and all of those other, KPIs really, I think, just don't matter because they don't impact what we want to have happen. If 2 million people saw my ad and none of them want to apply for youth detention worker, then what's the point?
The chair to the administration, can you provide the RFP and Metrics Marketing's response before the full legislature meeting?
Through the chair, we can provide the RFP and make Metrics's response to the RFP available for any legislator to review.
Thank you. Through the chair to the administration, how many firms replied to the RFP?
Metrics was the sole responder.
The chair to the administration, we have paid Metrics millions of dollars over the last decade, $2.3 million since 2020 alone. And you're saying that not one other firm was interested in these dollars? Who did you send this RFP to?
Through the chair, we'll supply the list of companies that we and reached out to and made aware of this RFP, at least 5 to 6 others.
The chair to the administration, are you pleased with Metrics' work with Monroe County, especially since something caused the communications department to take over this contract and reevaluate the work that the firm is doing? Would you say that you've been satisfied with that work? And can you provide the evaluations of that work going back several years?
Through the chair, I can only tell you that like any other contract, they do what they're asked. Since communications has taken the administration of that, we have asked many different things and they have complied.
My final question, and then I'll explain my vote. Through the chair to the administration, what portion of human services funds are going to this contract?
$245,000. I'm sorry, through the chair, $245,000 of the 370.
Thank you. I'd like to explain my vote. I will be voting no pending this additional information. Seems to me the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. I commend you for wanting to reevaluate the way that things are done, but I do have to question using this same firm. Metrics Marketing has had these contracts for some time. We continue to face the same problems. And as a matter of fact, at the time that they had the DHS contract for recruitment, things got much worse. We should probably rethink our approach, and that should probably include perhaps considering a new vendor and going back out to see who else is interested. $370,000 potentially a year for 4 years. That's a lot of money on top of millions of dollars we've already given them. And I do have some questions about the product that they have been producing. I recognize that you say they've done what they've been asked to do, but it just seems very perfunctory and uninspired. I mean, the caseworker website even has a video of a caseworker basically saying she wants a job that keeps her up at night. I mean, this is glorifying stress, and I fail to see how that gets anyone in the door. That said, some of what I said are subjective judgments, and I'll keep an open mind if the data can objectively show that this content is actually working to achieve the goals. But for now, I'm going to be voting no.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay.
Item
Yeah,
carries.
that was a legislator
Desk summons.
9-2. Referral passes.
Next item.
Referral 23-0339, amend the 2023-2028 capital improvement program and the 2023 capital budget to add a project entitled Aldrich Road Sidewalks, authorize financing for the project, authorize the appropriation and transfer of committed fund balance, and authorize an intermunicipal agreement with the town of Parenton for sidewalk installation in conjunction with the Aldrich Road Culvert Project.
Moved by legislator Delahanty, seconded by legislator Brew. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 23-0340, authorize the creation of the Monroe County Land Bank.
Moved by legislator Brew, seconded by legislator Dondorfer. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? There being no other matters, the October 24th, 2023 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will be Thursday, December 7th at 5:30 PM.